Hey, Drew James here from LearnGuitarInLondon.com. Hope you're having a great day. And I am playing Renegades by Ex-Ambassadors. And this is a song that was requested a few times. And I just thought this is the perfect beginner song because it's just one chord progression played round. It's 4 chords. And yeah, you've got to do it different ways. You've got to pick it and you've got to strum it. But other than that, it's ideal. You can then just play along to the song completely to your heart's content. There's no other little bits. Now I'm going to be teaching you that version, which is the bar chord, more intermediate version, but I'm also going to be teaching you an easier version of this song. So if you're still finding the bar chords a bit more challenging and you just want to kind of get one of your favourite songs under your belt and you've only been learning guitar for a little while, then I'm going to be showing you an easier way. And in the video description, there'll be links where you can drop into the video to start the easy or the intermediate way. The strumming, you're going to have to do the same regardless, but that's all cool. Now, final thing is there's tab available to this lesson for both the easy and the intermediate. It's all on one sheet. So all you need to do to get the tab is sign up for the student area, which is completely free. If you just click the link in the video right now or click in the video description, that will take you through to my website, and that's just a short little quick form. Just put your name and email address in, and then you'll get free access to the student area. Then just go to the tab section. It's in alphabetical order, and then you'll find Renegades there. So without further ado, let's learn how to play it. We're going to learn the easy version of this song first, and then I'll teach you the intermediate version using bar chords, and then at the end I'll teach you the rhythm guitar that happens. So let's have a look at the easy version nice and slowly. Okay, so the easy version. I label the strings Eddie 8 Dynamite Good by Eddie, so that's E, A, D, G, B, E. So starting on the 2nd fret, this is fret number 1, so this is fret number 2. I'd like you to put your index finger on the 2nd fret on the A string and the middle finger on the 3rd fret on the B string. Okay, this is a good angle to look at it. You see that my fingers aren't flat, they're locking up and thumbs around the back of the guitar. And with your plectrum, or you can use your thumb, doesn't really matter, but I think a plectrum sounds better in this song and it sounds a bit more like what the record does. We're going to go play that 2 that we're holding down with this finger, and then we're going to skip all the way down to the B string. So that's playing the 3. Now, what makes this song the most challenging, whether you're a beginner or intermediate, is that this song has a lot of what we call string swapping, which is where you're going from one string, not linear, down to the next string, so not like E, A, D, but like it's going from E, say, to B. So there's a lot of string swapping, and that means that you could start clipping accidental strings. So I'm going to give you a few tips, both for intermediate or easy players. First thing is I find if you put the little finger on the body of the guitar, just above the scratch plate here, then it means that you stay close to the strings and you're not kind of waving your hand away like this. And you may see people play like that, but I just like to anchor the finger down so that helps you then sort of keep this hand closer to the strings. The closer you stay to the strings, the less likely you are to make a mistake with picking the wrong strings. And then the final thing is I really like to hold a lot of the plectrum for this. I know that's not in focus there, but that's how I like to hold the pick. So nice and close, thumb right over the top, only showing a very tip of the pick. So they're my tips for achieving this song, and that's what I would find most challenging if I was a beginner. Now back to the tune itself. So we've got this 2, 3. Then I'd like you to lift up the middle finger to make it 0. That's what it's like round in a circle. Middle finger down, lift up, put it back. Then, next part, put your middle finger down on the 3rd fret where it was on the B string, but this time with your right hand, play the D string and then the 3 that we're holding down, so that's skipping past the G string, and then lifting it up again. See, I'm going back to the D, so I'm going D, B. So let's put those 2 together. Again, whoops. That's what I mean about clipping wrong strings. Okay, next part. Take your index finger. First of all, take your middle finger, put it on the 2nd fret on the B string. And also put your index finger on the 2nd fret on the string above on the G string. Now you're going to play the A string with your picking hand. So that's the 2nd string down. Then skip down to the B. So that's the 5th string down. Then back to A. And then 2nd fret on the G string. Okay, now let's put those 3 together now. So here's your first one. And finally, middle finger on the 3rd fret on the thickest string and ring finger on the 3rd fret also on the B string. So that's the chord. Play the thickest string, which you're holding down your 3 on, and then skip down. This is the hardest one with the skips. You've got to skip all the way down to the B strings, then back to the thickest, and then lift up. So there's a bit of a theme there, isn't there? Lifting up on the 3rd fret for 3 of the chords. And let's put it all together. After 4, 3, 4. Repeat. Okay, so that's the easy version. Obviously the song is, that's a lot faster than that. So that's the easy version. Let's now have a look at the intermediate version. Easy players, if you want to go onto the chords, then I've left a link in the video description to where you can skip to for the chords, for the strumming part. Okay, intermediate players. So the chords we're going to need for this are B minor, D as a power chord, including its octave, A as a bar chord, and G as a bar chord. So if you're getting into your bar chords, this is a really good tune to be working out your bar chords on. I will show you each chord, but I won't spend too long on it. So the B minor, 2nd fret on the bottom 5 string. Some people like to do all 6 strings. Middle finger on the 3rd fret on the B, ring and pinky on the 4th fret on the G, and on the D and the G. Okay. And what we're doing is we're picking that chord. So we're going to go A string and then B string, then A, then D string. So we're always going back to the bass notes, which is usually the top 3 strings. That's what bass notes are called. Okay, good. Next chord. Nice easy change this, I think. Lift up everything, move the index finger up to the 5th fret on the A string, and then ring and pinky on the 7th fret on the D and the G string. So you're making a power chord there. I'm deliberately flattening this finger a little bit because, well, it doesn't matter, and I'm muting those strings. And this, we're going bass note, which is the A string still, and then skipping down to the G string, which is on a 7, then back to bass note, then to A. Okay, so let's put both together. B minor, here we go, and. Okay. Then, staying barring on the 5th fret, your bar encompasses all the strings, and then we're making an A bar chord, so that's middle finger on the 6th fret on the G string, ring and pinky on the 7th fret on the A and the D string. Holding that down, the bass note for this is the thickest string, then skipping down to the G string to play that 6, then back to bass note, and then the D string. So putting the 3 chords together. Oops. Okay, I'll do that again. And finally, moving this bar chord shape down 2 frets, so it makes a G. So that's 3rd fret on the thickest string, middle finger on the 4th fret on the G string, ring and pinky on the 5th fret on the A and the D string. And the picking pattern for this is thickest string again, and then skipping down to B string, so 5th string down, and then finally back to bass note, and then G string, 4th string down. And putting the whole lot together and putting it round in a circle is like this. Okay, once again, keep your hands nice and close to the sound hole and hold plenty of the pick, that way you won't hit strings you shouldn't. And finally, the rhythm. So the rhythm goes like this. We've got a B minor, D, A, G, which is actually the same chords that you've been picking in the picked part that you've learnt, be it beginner or intermediate. But we're now doing them as a bar chord for B minor, open D, open G, A, open G. And the rhythm we're using so I'm going bass note, that's like a little strum, then a big loud down, little note down, miss, miss, up, down, up, little note down, miss, miss, up, down, up, quiet, loud, miss, miss, up, down, up, quiet, loud. Really important to do those misses, even if they feel weird. Down, down, miss, miss, up, down, up, down, down, miss, miss, up, down, up. So we're going to go B minor, D, A, G, B minor, D, A, G. Thanks so much for watching this lesson, really hope you enjoyed it. I upload 2 new lessons every week, so please subscribe to my channel. It's always acoustic, it's always taught with patience and understanding. Sometimes my videos are a bit longer because I like to show you the chords every time, and I like to detail the rhythm. I always think the rhythm's really important, especially if you're learning by yourself from YouTube videos, because you don't get to play with other people so much. So that's why actually detailing the rhythm is really important. Anyway, that's what I do, that's my thing. So yeah, please subscribe to the channel, check out the website, it has over 300 free lessons, learnguitarinlondon.com. Keep on playing and have yourself a great day.